Good morning and happy Friday, everybody. Clear skies and windy. 42 feel like, or 5 degrees Celsius, feel like 34, 1 degree Celsius. And we did get a pretty decent nightcap video last night. I may try something different today. I might put it in interval and let it shoot photos all night and see if it's not just a tad bit cleaner. I just don't exactly know the settings I need. Alright, it is a dual puppy walk because Terry went to Sam's Club because EBT benefits finally showed the hell up. So, after this bullshit government shutdown crap, I'm telling you, what are we going to do with this world? What are we going to do? I think we need to start firing some people. Unelect them. Get them the hell out of there. They shouldn't live in the government. Well, I got an absolute garbage night of sleep. I laid down like right after I got home with Mateo because he crawled in my bed, and I was doing good for about 15 minutes, and then chest would heat up, start coughing, get up, and that happened numerous times. So about 20 minutes of 4 is the final time I laid down and actually slept until 7:52. So it's going to be a very rough night at work tonight, I think, and we're going to do this puppy walk. Try to take a full lap, even though that wind is getting kind of annoying, and I left my knit hat at work. I took it with me when I went in and completely forgot it somehow. It's probably sitting on the chair or on the floor in the break room, so I don't know how long my ears are going to take this wind. But the puppy poos are out. Wow, the dual view came back on when I flipped the camera around. How about that? I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. And it actually put it where I wanted it, in the bottom right corner. So get these guys out for a nice little walkie walk, get them potties, and then I really don't know what there is to heat up to eat, but I'm sure when Terry gets home, she might have something good to snack on from Sammy's Club. Honestly, I don't even know the list we're getting. Coughing is horrible right now. At least stuff is coming loose. I mean, I did take my Mucinex. So far, the only thing I've taken this morning. I feel like all the other pills, I'm taking so much stuff that it's irritating my stomach, and now, like I said, my stomach is upset. I didn't have a problem like when I got home. I had to wait a little bit, and finally it resurfaced, but not like it was. Anyway, all right, got a boom boom to pick up. Well, unfortunately, it looks like the New Jersey trip is not happening this year. Mom's not feeling like she's up to it, which I totally understand, totally respect her decision. I kind of felt that was the way it was going to end up. I was just trying to kill two birds with one stone, because I am not driving 9 hours to get the batteries fixed. That would just be insane on my part. But I can't afford to mail it in because can't go without the computer. And like Mom said, there is some computer places around here, but this guy seems to be pretty damn trustworthy and pretty knowledgeable. I don't know. It's not like it's the end of the world. The battery, like I said, I use my Mac as a desktop. $6,500 laptop as a desktop. So the batteries are always plugged in and whatnot. Now, if I pull it off power and let the batteries drain down, they sometimes will charge back up to 100%. I haven't seen 100% in forever. And I know there's like a battery protection thing where it won't charge past 80. Well, mine's not charging past 76 anymore. So, and really, I did look into it. There is nothing they can really do to the computer with MacBooks to upgrade anything. The only thing I would really want upgraded would be the fan speed, so the damn thing cools down at a better rate, which is what causes, I think, a lot of my problems, and increase the RAM, which you cannot do. You'd think 64 gigs would be enough, but 4K video and whatnot, 60 frames a second, and then you start adding on all the little stuff you do to the footage in the background, and it just takes a little longer than I like it to, but I want the video to look sharp. And I really did play around with the nightcap. I pulled down the midtones, the highlights, and the shadows quite a bit on that footage, because it's really running it too bright, and it gave me a much darker sky. On Instagram, you can't even see the stars, unfortunately. It's too dark. It's too small of an image. I did post it, but I really wish you could post links on Instagram. I don't understand why you can't like send, you know, links there. And, you know, it's part of Facebook. What do you want with those morons? So I got my little dumbass brain locked in on the Oakley Metas. Now, I didn't do it. They came out with a new pair that is very similar to what I'm wearing right now, called the Vanguards, and they're more for cyclists and whatnot. And camera is dead center, and there's a little icon or a little light or whatnot to notify people that you're recording above the thing. But they look like this. You're not going to walk around. So the whole concept, in my opinion, is to have point of view. Now, we've discussed the issues with this being on your head. So if I'm doing this at too fast of a rate, I'm going to make everybody nauseous. That's problem one. You know, the idea is that I can walk into like Sam's Club, or when I go to Walmart, or anywhere I go, I can actually, you know, make little mini clips of shopping without holding a camera and being as noticeable. Okay. Problem number two, it's in a vertical format. Now, the Oakleys have the updated camera system. It is now a 3K camera, so making it into a horizontal screen isn't so bad. Landscape, it's a little cleaner. You can go up to 4K or 3K, 30, 1080, 60, so you do have a little higher frame rate. And now we come to the problem with the lenses. And this is how I deduced don't do this. Between the fact that you have vertical format, you are restricted to you know, 60 frames a second in 1080, and so you're going to go into a store, you want the transition or clear lenses, because you don't want sunglasses to be on your face when you're walking around a store. It looks kind of silly. People do it, but whatever. Transitions don't work in the car. So now you have a pair of sunglasses you can't even wear while driving because you want polarized lenses in the car to kill the reflection and make visible, you know, cleaner for driving. Now you need two pair. Transitions are $779. They're not even available in the Vanguards. They're only available in the original sets. And I think it's like $459, something like that, for the regular lenses. No, like over $900 for two pairs of sunglasses that, you know, so I quickly backed myself out of thinking about it and just was like, stop. You get a little longer record times, I think. 3 minutes, I think you get up to. I think you can, if you do like 1080, you can get like 6 minutes, but that's too long of a clip. I mean, this has been 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Way too long of a clip. Don't get me wrong. All the YouTubers that were sent them by Ray-Ban, well, yeah, you're going to wear a free pair of sunglasses and talk about them as much as you possibly can because you didn't shell out the $500 for them. Well, they're a little bit cheaper. They're a little bit under $4. Depends which ones you get. But still, this is what I'm talking about. We're going to send the YouTubers that can afford to buy this shit, them free, and expect the people that can't afford them to buy them. Kiss my ass. I forget, I did comment on one of the videos I watched. It wasn't one of the big YouTubers like, you know, Gabriel, oh my god, I can't think of her last name. But anyway, and someone else, they did comment back, it would be cool if it was like the center stage camera in the iPhone. Oh, Apple. Square sensor, 18 megapixel. Oh, Apple. I think you could make a pair of, you know, sunglasses, you know, like the Metas. That would be a shit ton better. I'm sure they're working on something. They're gonna wait for Meta to actually get, you know, almost good, and then they're gonna pop out a pair that's probably gonna cost you about $750. Now, transitions. They do make a lens that when it darkens, it polarizes. Problem is, once again, behind the wheel of the windshield, because of the UV protection in a windshield, it will not activate. So, yes, I'm using my vision center knowledge on all this stuff. That is the main downside of transitions. Side windows, they'll work, but behind the windshield, they'll start to lighten up, and before you know it, they'll be clear. Alrighty, well, tomorrow is not sounding too fantastic for the dogs and I'm getting out. Mom did have both of her light bulbs in the living room blew out. I do have my Under Armour mask, so I think I'm going to pick up light bulbs for her and get them changed, if nothing else. It's supposed to be raining and 52. I don't know how raining. If it's going to be like, you know, all day long, of course, it'll probably be looking like it is here. Which would be fantastic after I don't make any type of plans to take these guys anywhere. But it's going to be a close trip. I'm not going anywhere extreme, especially being sick. How you think, Mateo? Huh? Is that what you think? He piddled and then he was kicking the leaves. Come on, Sniffy Long Ears. Let's get this walk over with. Daddy's got wind in his ears. It's not too bad because the sun is actually keeping me somewhat warm. But that wind is a little cold on the skin. Yeah, the whole concept of tech. The other thing I did actually quickly look at, which on Amazon apparently you can order them, is the DJI Nano. If I was going to do, that was the other thing that ran through my head. Is like, if you're going to do POV, you don't want it on your hat, you don't want it on your head. Now, granted, the Nano you can put on your hat. But you want something that's going to be center located so that, you know, you're not nauseating the internet. But right now, no, it's nothing we need to look into. If anything, look into a way to mount the iPhone, have something that I can just go click and be able to, you know, point of view that way. That might be an interesting concept because I can use the watch as a controller, but it's it just doesn't need to be. Alrighty, doesn't surprise me. I told you EBT was back online, and at 10:35 I got a text. Hey, you want to come in early? No, I really want to lay down and go to sleep for a few hours, but you know what? Money is more important than sleep. At least in my opinion. In this current situation. If I was rolling in money, then it wouldn't be such a situation. But nonetheless, I'm not. So off to work we go. Let's not get hit by the city bus. That might put a crimp in our day. Oh, he's pulling over. No, he's not. And I thought you were in this lane. That would have been bad. Like I said, it's hard to tell what lane people are in on this freaking road. All right, are we done? People... No, got one more car with his blinker on. I don't know where the hell he's going. All right, now we're good. We did have a tenant killed here. So if anybody wonders why I'm so cautious getting out of there, he pulled out and F-250 right in the driver door. No more tenant. Yeah, and I actually remember the day it was. The day that we got the 65-inch TV from Best Buy. Because I didn't have long enough bolts. I had to run to Winter Hardware. I left here, nothing happened, came back home, and he had left after me. Yep. I'm like, ooh, that looks bad. Yeah. When they're covering your car with tarps and you're still in it, ain't good. Ain't good at all. So... And then, of course, we had the moron kid on drugs flip his car that one day. One of the dogs and I were out on a walk. I love that little one, little white one. He's so cute. Alrighty, everybody. Well, in ways, I'm feeling a little bit better, but there's a new issue. My left ear has shut off. It's like, even with me talking, it's like a static echo is what I'm hearing in my left ear. That's not good. I do have ear stuff, but I don't know if that's going to help me. I think it's sinus pressure. And I still have one Dayquil lift, which I found tablets in my little bag. So I'm probably going to hold him off till tomorrow. We'll be at Musa next time when I get home. I can only go 100 miles in fuel? The good news is the Goodyear card is back to being manageable. Because I did make the 2 big payments to get it down to what we're currently using fuel-wise, which I think is just under $100, so that's good. I'm going to wait for these guys. I don't know which way they're going. Okay, you're turning that way, I'm going this way. And let's go home and see the puppers. I don't know what Terry made for dinner. She's like, there's dinner and a salad and this and that. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I did one time get myself a little overheated and started coughing. I'm hoping to God I can sleep tonight. I don't know what time I'm going to lay down and try. Go to sleep. And honestly, the weather doesn't sound very promising tomorrow, but I don't think it's supposed to be 100% all day long. God, I wish this ear would clear up. This is what Terry has from when she had pneumonia, which scares the shit out of me that this could be a form of pneumonia I got. Considering the amount of garbage I have coughed up and blown out of my nose, it's not good.